Previously on Wrong Distance Relationship.
So are you going to be able to come to the party?
I don't know.
I don't like the answer, I don't know. I literally feel crazy.
I have a permanent mark on my passport. I'm like terrified of not being allowed back into the country, and it's time for Sam and I to say goodbye.
There's clearly something going on with Juwaun, so is there something you need to get off your chest?
Sam and I are now at the airport where we have to say goodbye, and it's still always really sad.
It really feels real now, doesn't it? I'm gonna miss you so much.
I'm gonna miss you too. When we're not together, it just feels like a piece of me is like not here.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I just need to figure out when I'm coming. We go from such great things, and then the next day, like within a second, it's like you don't even know when the next time you're gonna see him.
Hello, baby.
It's just stressful and it's just emotional, and this is the worst part of a long distance relationship. So, how's saying goodbye to Sam? Really sad. This time's like even more hard because he's moving into the apartment already. I still haven't been to the apartment. I'm paying towards it. Wait, so you're actually going through with that? Well, yeah. We actually, he signed the lease. So Sam and I are moving into an apartment in the UK, but he's moving into the apartment when I'm not there. Your boyfriend that's 3,500 miles away, you got an apartment with, that you're paying for too, and you haven't seen it yet. Yep. Yeah, so you should probably call him. I'm serious. I realized, why have I not done that yet? He's already there, he's gonna be sleeping there, and he brought some of the stuff already, so it's kind of I gotta be more in the loop. I feel like I'm really out of the loop right now. Yeah, I'll call him today. So I'm paying for a place I know nothing about. That's crazy.
Happy birthday!
She's not gonna birthday!
Tonight is the night of my birthday party. I'm gonna round up all the girls, get a little hotel room, and then pregame so we can go out and party.
So you don't know for sure if Tavious is coming tonight?
No, I spoke with him earlier, and I was like, so hey, are you gonna come out with us? And he was like, I don't know.
But why doesn't he know, though?
I don't know. I wish I knew. Tavious does not show up. I know that it's gonna bother me.
You got 364 other days to worry about, Tavious, so tonight we might as well just say it and roll on.
I'm trying to say.
It's time to get mother trucking crunk tonight, and I love it.
We're having shots, we're having fun, but I keep thinking about Tavious.
I was in a car accident where I lost my car. Lex doesn't even understand what predicament I'm put in and all the effort that I have to put in to make it to her birthday, and I'm to blame for it in everybody's eyes.
He better show up tonight.
Okay, well, look at your phone and I'll look at mine.
I'm just very confused. What are you doing?
Life has been really crazy lately. I have some really big news to share, so I'm gonna meet with my best friend Rickens to discuss.
So how have you been? I haven't seen you in mad long.
There's been a lot going on, actually.
Like?
So I just found out something recently about Juwaun. He had been saying that we just needed to talk.
Okay.
Every time I asked him, what do we need to talk about? What do we need to talk about?
He wouldn't tell you.
He wouldn't tell me. And then I said, okay, just tell me, rip the Band-Aid off, what is it? And he goes, Gabbi, I'm in another relationship.
It was very hard to come clean to Gabbi.
I was like, with who? He was like, a woman.
It just happened. Things just happen.
I was like, for how long? He's like, it's been official for 2 to 3 weeks.
Right now, it's even hard to even talk to her right now, because I know she's pissed off.
And then he tried to justify it by saying, I am the kind of person who needs to come home to a meal every day.
Is this 1950? He needs a meal. He needs to come home to a meal.
It's about yourself. At the end of the day, you're gonna die with yourself. It's all about, right now, it's about what makes you happy.
If you told me this a long time ago, I would have told you to break up with him a long time ago.
I feel stupid because there were a lot of signs. Everyone around me was giving me warnings, but I just wanted to be in my love land and completely ignore everything they were saying to me.
So what's next?
I am actually going to be in Cleveland, and I feel like he needs to man up and say all these things to my face, because he never said I'm sorry. I thought that Juwaun and I were really going to be together forever. So this is just, I don't even know how to put it into words, honestly. I can't tolerate this behavior from him.
Hi guys, welcome back. This is episode 3 of Wrong Distance Relationship, and I just wanted to ask you guys, do you like this new format? Do you like this? Everything is in vertical mode, because I realized 80% of my viewers watch on mobile, so I thought that this would be a better experience for you and you get to actually see everything. I know you'll miss my reactions, but I guess it's just an experiment I'm trying. So let me know down in the comments whether you like this format or should we go back to the previous format where you get to see my reactions and all those little nitty cuteness. Get to see all the cuteness. So anyway, here's my deep dive about this episode, and I'll start with Monica and Sam. When the episode began, you could see Monica crying, and I think they were at the airport saying goodbye, and what she said, that this is one of the hardest things to during a long distance relationship. I understand where she's coming from. When you've just spent a certain amount of time with the person and you're used to them, and then they have to leave again, and imagine this happening over and over and over during the year. You keep having to say goodbye, and you never really know if this is the last time you'll be with them, because hey, shit happens, you fight, something can happen while you're not together, and I guess it's really scary. It's really scary having to go through this again, having to say goodbye over and over and over and over to someone you really care for. So I understand where they're coming from. So it seems Monica and Sam are still going through with moving in together, and now I think they're finalizing it. They're paying for an apartment, and Sam has already signed a lease. And do you guys think they should move in together? I think it's too soon, and I can understand her sister Liz, her shock being justified, because she's paying for an apartment that she's not even seen. I don't even think she's seen the documents, and I don't understand. One of the questions that comes up in my head is, why did they choose to move in the UK? Because she lives in the US, he lives in the UK, so why is she exactly moving to the UK? Why couldn't Sam move to the US with her? This part of the story they didn't really talk about in episode 1 or 2 or episode 3. Another reason is, are they this sure and committed about their relationship that they're willing to take such a big step to setting the foundations of the relationship? Because moving in is a big deal. It's a very big deal. And we also live in 2019, where we have so many scammers, so many scams going on. And one of the most experienced scam is this thing called the romance scam, where someone finds in the internet, maybe dating sites. I hate Tinder, by the way. And then they message you, you start talking, they lead you on for a few months, and then they say they want to see you, and then maybe they ask for travel expenses, or maybe they ask for you to do a project together, and then your money just disappeared. So we're in the climate where scammers it's a normal day thing, and for them, I don't think this is a scam. They actually have a channel together, and they look very cute together, and they seem they have something really special here. But I guess for the rest of us, be careful of such things. Do not just get into relationships with people you've never met in person, or relationships online. It's very risky. It's very risky. I'll talk about the next couple, Lexus and Tavious. Tavious, why are you playing with this girl? Why are you playing with this girl? Why? Damn, just show up. Just show up. I understand that Tavious feels a little bit misunderstood by her friends, and he feels a little unappreciated, and that Lexus is not seeing where he's coming from or understanding, because I think Lexus really wants him to show up for her birthday, and I guess she's only communicating it as just show up for my birthday, and I'm sure Tavious is not. They're really not communicating. Lexus should be more should be more upfront and talk about, Tavious, I miss you. I want you to come spend time with me at this special moment in my life with my friends. Let's spend some time together. But I guess she's only communicating this as, it's my birthday, you need to be here. It's my birthday, you need to be here. And Tavious, I understand you're mad. I understand you feel unappreciated, but that is no reason to not show up. That is no reason to show up. The worst thing you can do for your relationship is not be present. That is one of the worst things you can do. Just not participating, just being unbothered, just because you're mad, you stay mad, and you just refuse to work things out and be there for the person you claim you love. And I've actually gone through this in my own dating experience, and I guess our relationship is work. one of the signs that you're actually in a relationship is you know it's shit. You literally know it's shit, but you're there. But you're still there to go through it with them because you know you care about this person and this is all just temporary. Like in one of my story times I did, which I will link here, this girl I dated a few years ago, we were at a restaurant, we were fighting constantly, and then we got into this huge argument about really nothing, and then she just stormed off the restaurant and left me sitting there alone, eating by myself, and I was so upset. I was fucking livid. I was so fucking livid. I just sat there in my feelings, ate my food slowly, just the food lost its taste. I couldn't see anyone. I felt like I was in my own world, drowning. I was so upset and I felt so abandoned by my girlfriend. And I just sat there quietly for I think 30 minutes, an hour. And then I finished my meal, gathered my thoughts, collected myself and just paid the bill and walked out of the restaurant. To my surprise, my girlfriend was waiting for me outside the door. Just waiting, and I asked her, "Oh, you're still here?" And she said, "Yes, I'm still here. I was waiting for you to come out. We go home." And that's the most selfless thing I've ever seen anyone do in my life for me. I felt so humbled, so fucking humbled. She just said, "Do you want me to hold your hand? We can walk home in silence. No one needs to say anything." And that's exactly what we did. We just held hands, walked home, and I guess that fight just died, I guess. And on that night, I really fell in love with this girl, and for me, it's really, really important to show up. Show up for the people you care about. Really just show up. And on to the next couple, Gabbi and Juwaun. I told you guys they're going to break up. I told you, and it's not even taken 3 episodes. We're just in episode 3, and one couple is already breaking up. Oh, this not such a good sign for long distance. Not such a good sign. And Juwaun, he looks so sleazy in that suit, or is it just like now I think I hate him? Yeah, I think he just looks so sleazy and slimy in that little suit, just talking like this. Juwaun, how do you just do this to your girlfriend? How do you just move on to another relationship without telling your current girlfriend what's up? Huh? Like, this is so disrespectful and actually cruel. Imagine how Gabbi must feel. She's thinking everything is okay. Like, I'm sure in her mind she thought, yeah, there are a few problems here and there, and I guess we can work it out if we get to talk and communicate. But here's Juwaun already in another relationship. He's been dating another girl for 3 weeks, and then comes and tells you after the fact, and he doesn't even apologize for it. He doesn't even fucking apologize. And then the dumbest excuse for breaking up with someone for 2019 is what Juwaun said: "I need to come home to a meal every day." Like, nigga. Why? That's the dumbest thing I've heard today. Dumbest thing. And then his comment about do what makes you happy, do what's right for you. You selfish nigga. You're very, very selfish. How do you just do this to someone you claim you loved and cared about? Like, this is not how you treat someone you love. This is not how a relationship works. This is completely, if you can literally only think about yourself and what you want and really not be considerate of other people's feelings. Like, how long were they even together? This feels so teenage, high school bullshit. Juwaun, here's some advice. If you always just want to do exactly what you want, that is not love. That is not love. That is not even a relationship. You could have easily just communicated how you're feeling and talked about it with your girlfriend Gabbi. She's human. I'm sure she would have understood, and there would have been some kind of compromise worked out. You just don't go and cheat on her and then dump her like this, especially giving her the reasons. Ooh, I need someone to come home to and make me a meal. Ooh. In my experience, I've had girlfriends in long distance relationships, and at the time I communicated to my girlfriend that I had missed sex, and she just understood. She understood to the point that she said, fine, you can sleep with someone else, but you have to tell me and you have to communicate and have to be okay with it for this to happen. And we actually discussed it, and we actually talked about why we were feeling this and this, what we felt was missing for the relationship since we were so far apart. And that's a girl that loves you. That is a girl that fucking loves you. A girl who you can tell her or have such uncomfortable conversations with, and they can understand because they're human as well, and they can relate, and you can talk about it, work some kind of compromise or solution, because women are not our enemies. You do not need to go around their back and lie, cheat. You don't. You really don't. And at the time, I did not go through with it, this sleeping with someone else, but I appreciated that these are conversations that I could have with my partner, and damn, I loved her for that. I completely loved her for that. It's so freeing to not have to hide who you are or what you want, and just be able to communicate with another person that you're romantically involved with about exactly what you want and what is best for the both of you. And communicate, just communicate. It's so fucking easy. Don't go out here hurting other people. It's so easy to just communicate. Anyway, guys, that's all from me for today. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.
If Tavious does not show up, we need to figure out if we're gonna just be done for good.
It was upsetting because he already started moving stuff in. I just hope all this works out for you.
I'm about to see Juwaun for the first time since I found out the truth.